definitely ready.
But you know what this is?
What is it?
This is Mohawk Bud Talk, brought to you by Choice Edibles. Follow Choice Edibles on Instagram at choice.edibles and find all of their edibles in dispensaries in Tyndonega, Akwesasne, Pikwakanagan, and Tyndonega. And their edibles are delicious. Follow us as well at Mohawk Bud Talk.
Also, follow Mohawk Bud Talk on YouTube and subscribe for your chance to enter into our 100th giveaway. To find out who the winner is of the 100th giveaway, you must subscribe to www.thecrediblemohawk.com. Our prize lot will be a 10-ounce bag of coffee, thanks to you from Two Row Coffee Co. Your choice of any strand of weed that you can find in our strain gallery on our website. As well, we will also be throwing in some choice edibles.
That's right. We're going to have a package for you.
Our Wonka Bar.
And the Wonka Bar. That's going to be delicious. And Mohawk Bud Talk is also brought to you by Two Row Coffee Company, where coffee and culture connect. Go to www.tworowcoffeeco.ca. Get your Lamback Bold, Eastern Dorm Mild, 7 Oaks, or a mug. That's right. Follow on Instagram and Twitter at Two Row Coffee Co.
That is correct.
So we have a Bud Talker today.
Hey, Auntie Muffin.
It still makes me laugh.
How are you today, Starla?
I'm good. I'm really good. I was telling you guys earlier on that I'm very fortunate, very blessed over the last few days with a grandbaby. And
congratulations!
Yay! Congratulations!
Yeah. And wait, I'm just kind of seeing the world through. Go!
Yeah.
I just kind of seeing the world through a different lens, and I love it. I've had a lot of growth over the last year as far as our political climate, as well as some of our personal choices, and certainly one of them being the reason that drew me here today, which is to talk about something that I've started, edibles, and the impacts that it has on just me, but also what I kind of know about marijuana in the medical profession as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fantastic, and we are proud to have you on our show here today.
Yeah, for sure. So it's been just recently that you started using it?
It was last year. I was looking, believe it or not, I was looking up some things to help with my attention deficit disorder. Kind of, I'm the kind of, what you see is what you get, but my mind's all over the place all the time, doing 20 different things, always thinking things, always, I think I have more thoughts in the time period that I wake up to the time that I hop in the shower than most people probably have all day. And it just constantly goes and goes and goes. And so I didn't want to be on medication anymore. And when I say medication, I'm talking about pharmaceuticals, things that are made in a lab somewhere.
Chemical.
For significant profits that, don't always have the best benefits for the patients. So with that, I just decided, okay, you know what, I want to try something different. And I had been doing some research, mostly from an oncological perspective. I was a palliative resource nurse for a number of years. I just recently resigned. But there was a lot of hesitancy within the medical community for the doctors to go ahead and prescribe things more than just NAB alone. And that tended to their perceived judgments and stigmas actually decreased the comfort of some of the patients that we had. Obviously, one of the things that we want to do is, we want to be able to help, and especially people who are end stage.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that knowledge, I decided, well, I wonder what else it's good for. And so I just start reading. And I read that there are some types of sativa that
Right.
can help calm you down and start to
Yeah.
focus.
Yes.
So I thought, what the heck?
Yeah. There's like some really good sativas that are specific. Like one we have today is specific for bipolar.
Yes, actually, the strain we're doing today is almost a straight sativa.
Yeah.
We're very excited. We don't usually get these strains too
Yeah.
often, but when we do, they are very good.
And it's named very, very, it's earned its name. It's called Golden Goat.
Yep.
Oh, what is it called again? Golden.
Golden Goat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds shiny, so I'm already interested.
It is actually pretty shiny. I should have took a picture of it before I did.
You really should have.
I was excited to bust it up and smoke it though. It's like I took it out and it was like sticking to my fingers. So I was like, get this.
And that's what actually this one is very sticky and very fluffy too at the same time.
It has a stick fluff to it.
Yeah.
I made a pyramid of it.
Okay, I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look it up myself too, so I can check it out.
I'm gonna put it on the strain gallery.
We're
Are
putting
you
it on
okay?
the strain gallery.
Yeah. So after the show, I'll put it up on the strain gallery and it'll be in there.
Yep, and it is a 70-30 sativa strain today.
And it says 19 to 20%, but it definitely feels like it's got that 20% like.
Yeah, we're at the 20% mark here.
Yeah.
A little bit lower today, but it's like a high THC level for a sativa, I find.
Yeah, and it's also got 1% CBD as well in it.
Correct. So that's very
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. The say all bud literally says it's a good wake and bake bud.
This is fantastic for breakfast. It says you actually have this for your breakfast.
Yeah. And it's good too. Like, so if you're gonna go out and you need to do something, maybe it says it lasts for like 1 to 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So like it doesn't get you too messed up and
Yeah, so shout out All Buds. That's where we get the resource from that
Okay.
page.
Yeah. But
The-
it'll also be in our strain gallery. Everything that we smoke is going on there.
Correct.
Okay,
So-
perfect.
Good for such things as bipolar disorder, nausea, fatigue, depression, PTSD,
Stress.
and definitely stress.
Yeah, it's a good
Okay.
It's like one of those ones where like you're stressed out but you still have stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
and then it can keep on going. You get that stress going.
Yeah,
but where at the end of the night, like if you're gonna smoke one of those, smoke the Phenome 51.
Phenome 51, that will friggin' bring you down hard.
It'll bring you right down, just like
Like from a
a layout.
I need sleep too. I need sleep, right?
Absolutely,
exactly.
absolutely. But yeah, I was saying to you before we even came in, I wasn't feeling quite myself or whatever.
Mhm.
Might be the depression or whatever and the stress, I guess, and also fatigue.
Mhm.
As soon as we had a few hits of that, I was like, holy man, I love that.
Changed.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
Yeah, like flip it
Yeah,
on.
like there's a reset button in your brain, you know what I mean? And it's just like
Yeah.
looks at
Mm-hmm.
And that's so interesting because, first of all, I think that normalizing talking about the states that you're feeling in order to actually be able to get the right strain, I think that's so important.
like 'cause even with the strains that we get, we tell people like, okay, this one is creative
Mm-hmm.
and energizing and euphoric and uplifting. Like we tell them that, and then we try it. And he's telling me these things, and I'm like, "Yep, definitely creative. Yep, definitely energizing."
Definitely,
like
That's
just
good.
confirming those reactions. Like before we had Alicia on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and like before we had Alicia on, we were saying how like cannabis can help with like asthma and different things, lung capacity, all those different things, right?
Yep.
And then she comes on, she says, and she has asthma, and she doesn't use her inhalers as much as she used to.
Mhm.
She's better. Like
She actually said, yeah, she doesn't even use it at all anymore.
Mhm.
And when she went to talk to her doctor, the doctor was asking her, like, why don't you use your inhaler anymore? And she says, I'll be straight up with you. I've been using cannabis and it's been helping me or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he tested her and he found that she was
doing all right. Like,
she was
pretty
doing
good.
better.
Yeah.
Good. That's
Off
good to
the
hear.
inhaler.
And you know what? And I think the other important thing is, so I don't smoke it. I just take little gummies because I like things that are really sweet.
it's you're still using it though, right?
Yeah, and it's still effective. I still get the chance to calm down a little bit and still have really great ideas, but not 30 of them at the same time.
Right? Like as we were talking about that earlier, you're saying how like you're getting all that writing done. I'm like, see, that's I told you. You know?
He did tell me, and I've just started to. When I first started out, I titrated the doses up so that it was suitable for me. I did make a few mistakes. I'm not going to lie. I ended up really high a couple of times where, you know, I wasn't uncomfortable. I wasn't paranoid, but I was just in my own head. So I didn't talk to anybody else. And, you know, broke out into a fit of giggles after everybody left because, you know, I'm like, I don't even think they knew, right? I was so impressed with my smooth transition, right? But I did, so I did have a couple of those experiences, but based on that, I ended up just cutting the gummies into smaller sections. I know people just say, oh, you can nibble it off, but I'm not a nibbler. I like to have.
If you take it, you'd eat it.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Exactly. I'm just like, you know what? Now I want another bite.
Right? Well, now it's still in my hand.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if I just cut them, take out a little tiny piece at a time.
And that's more work too, right? Up and then back and then up again. Just like
Well, exactly. Yeah. And I put the bag down as soon as I grab that one out because I don't want to have the chip bag effect,
like
right?
just dump one out and then take it.
And you know, that's something we've been also trying to promote as well, not just the smoking of cannabis, but also the very many uses, whether that be eating it, applying it through topicals or ointments, taking it as oils,
putting
pills.
It in your drink. Nick does his bulletproof coffees in the morning, stuff like that. So
infused with coconut oil.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so there's very many ways that you're able to use cannabis, not necessarily you have to smoke it all the time.
Yeah, I do have bubble bath and I have body lotion as well.
Fantastic. We're gonna come to that in just a few seconds.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Let's
have you tried the choice edibles though?
No, I haven't. You actually just told me about it the other day, so I'm gonna have to make a special trip up to visit.
Yeah, you will.
Yes, there's some in. No,
there's none.
Oh, there isn't.
No.
Oh, so
there's some here.
We'll have to send you some anti-muffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll send you the double strength.
Yeah, the double strength.
I do have some. I had a friend of mine stop and grab me some, and they brought me ones that were like 100 milligrams a gummy, and I'm like, "Are you trying to kill me?"
Per gummy.
Yeah, 5 gummies, 100 milligrams a piece, and I was like, that just seems
that's definitely
that's deadly.
Yeah, these packages are 100 milligrams each. The double dose for the whole package is.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's pretty.
I don't want to be found laying, in my front yard with.
Found in a search party looking for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, hey, who are we looking for, man?
So, this strain is very creative, like we were saying.
It is.
The flavor on it now, I had to definitely take my own flavor profile into account, along with what the website said, and came up with that it's dank and lemon and a little bit sweet and citrus, followed by a little bit of earthiness.
I think sweet is there. It's pretty there. I don't think it's just a little bit.
For me, it's a little bit because it's like the earthiness of it makes it like mellow out.
I kind of expect earthiness from any weed though.
Yeah. But this one, like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? The flavor profile of it being like sweet lemon is more a dank lemon. That's why I said.
I like that the aroma matches though.
Yes, the aroma does match.
Like the aroma is identical. It's like citrus lemon with a sweet, and tropical again. We went tropical again because yesterday we had papaya punch,
Correct.
and then now we got this golden goat, and this is that tropical stuff again.
So we're on a bit of a tropical kick.
We are. The weather's changed, and we're getting all
If
tropical.
we can't go anywhere, we might as well have the weed that makes us feel like we're going somewhere, right?
Right.
Even the aroma, just the essence of it is just very like uplifting.
Yeah.
You know.
And actually, one of the reviews on the website, I agree with fully now, having a few of these. He said that this was a go-to sativa for him as an indica smoker.
Yeah.
And that hit home because both of us are heavy indica smokers. And I think we both agree, that this is.
Before he asked me why or how it could be like so like quiet or whatever, indica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indica.
See, I get too squirrely, so I just kind of.
If I don't smoke, then I'll just start going like crazy. So indica.
Yeah. And for me, indica is also bedtime.
Yeah.
And speaking of how we feel, I literally use that to help go to sleep.
That's why Bud Talk is the perfect job for us, because we need to know which indica to smoke when, or like which sativa to smoke when, or whenever to smoke a hybrid, or okay, we're gonna go out. What are we gonna load up on? You know,
totally.
What's actually gonna get us really high?
Totally. or just good strains.
Right. Like just something nice.
Is the strain that you're talking, the golden strain, is that something that would be good for somebody like me who is a writer, who also likes to pretend I make crafts and stuff?
Yeah, it's like it's a perfect one.
It is. The thing with edibles is it's hard to know what strain goes into making sativa edibles.
Okay.
However, if you were to get this strain and then use the buds then to create your own butter or extract of some sort, anti-muffin, then you would know for sure if because you do edibles, so then you would have your own extract that would have butter, whatever it would be, right? And then you could make your own baked goods or whatever have, and tell us.
We should make gummies and goat shit.
I will. Me and my sister will make some gummies. Yeah, we'll make some gummies with it. So we'll talk afterwards about.
We're gonna have to get a kitchen together and like.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do all that up soon here.
Yeah, are you? Oh, good. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So then I'll come down and visit, and if I, don't end up coming back home right away, everybody will know I'm at the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
We'll be at the two-row kitchen.
Just all chunky when I come back.
Yeah.
Just all chunky and high.
Just getting all fat.
But happy.
Yeah.
Well, she's jolly, isn't she?
She is. Auntie Muffin, you are quite the treat.
Thank you. As are you guys. Yeah, for sure. I really like listening to the science behind it, and when you guys were talking about the aromas and things like that, it kind of reminds me of the wine tasters who just kind of, spin the smoke around a little bit, right?
Yeah, we blow it out.
Actually, we've it's funny that you say that because we have been pegged before as sommeliers, actually, of weed, if you will. I believe it was Cynthia, our bud talker from last week, said, "Are you guys sommeliers of cannabis?"
Well, I guess if that's what you call knowing your shit.
You're like, yeah, we are.
Yes.
My name tag right here.
Yeah, right.
That's it. So, Auntie Muffin, we have to ask you now, because this is Bud Talk, and we like to get a little bit silly here.
That's right. Mullet, skullet, or Jerry curl.
Yes.
I can never go back to the time frame when mullets were cool. My mother, bless her heart, bless my mother's heart, but I did sport the mullet on several occasions. People don't know that about me.
Now they do.
And you know what? I even separated it.
We'll bleep it
and
out.
I had two different little ponytails of the mullet tail. So I was diverse and ahead of my time then.
Look at you go.
My sister, she went through a little phase, and then she got a mullet, but it was backwards. It was long in the front. Short in the back.
So she was like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I hope she's not mad at us. We love you.
Oh, that's okay. She knows.
So I think I'm gonna go straight up Jerry curl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna. I'm sorry. The mullet did a lot of damage to my psyche.
Oh,
like,
you know,
mind you, it was in at the time.
Yes,
but
of course, right? Of course.
I always thought that I looked like, an escaped women's prisoner, like,
Then you possibly did.
Yeah.
like with that mullet. I'm just like, oh God, here we go.
What's that? What's that trucker movie where that chick's a trucker and she murders all them men? She's a prostitute.
Eileen Warnos.
Yeah, that one.
Monster.
Monster, that's right. She didn't have any of that weed. That's why.
That's right.
Yeah.
We actually were talking about Shakespeare. We get right
Yeah.
into it. And we decided that he ended Romeo and Juliet like that because he ran out of weed.
Totally.
I think that can go for a lot of things. Like every time I look at things like the Indian Act, I'm like, these guys can't be serious. There's more to this story.
Right.
Like they just must have ran out of weed or something. Because
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And that's
or
what
it wasn't strong enough.
They didn't have enough ale.
Yeah. And that's what we were saying too about Shakespeare. On the flip side, then,
Yeah.
Midnight Summer's Dream, he got back on the weed.
Yeah.
See, that's what I like to.
He was on the shit, right?
I think we're writing our own little Indian Act right now.
So yeah, you were talking about using bath bombs and what would you say?
I have bubble bath.
Bubble bath,
And I do have skin cream as well.
skin creams.
Have you ever used shit tickets?
Yeah.
Are they shitty? Or are they pretty good?
Are they good?
I don't have shit tickets.
Not like the hemp ones or whatever.
Yeah, the CBD ones.
I don't have those.
Oh.
I didn't know that those were available.
Yeah, you can totally get like hemp based like shit tickets and stuff.
Yeah,
And
Is
like
it hemp based or is it marijuana based?
it's hemp, I think.
it's hemp.
Is it? So
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I've got no use for it then. If you're talking about a weed suppository or something, maybe. I'm just
Actually, they have those. They have weed suppositories down here at the other store that
They
we were
do.
at.
Do
Yeah.
they?
Yep.
They're,
I guess I'm due down there anytime now then.
yeah.
Yeah.
THC and CBD infused. I was looking at it. I was like, what do they got over here? I'm like, oh, you can stick that right up your ass.
Yeah.
Convinced that this marijuana really is a good thing. It's a good thing because of its diversity and uses. Like I said, the bubbles, things like that. Like that's just to help. It's combined with lavender, and it's just there to help, just calm me down and help my skin too.
Yeah.
Because I do have psoriasis as well. Some days my skin just hurts just to walk around, right? And
Yeah.
it helps just make sure that my skin stays soft. The CBD lotion that I do have is made by my nephew here. He's an herbalist.
All right.
And he combined it with bear grease, and
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
And
Love it.
beeswax.
Yeah, I just have it with the it must be with beeswax as well because it's a little bit thicker, right? Like it's not, it's so that
THC and CBD infused.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good. It calms my skin down right away.
Great for pain.
Oh, it's amazing for pain.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing too. Like people don't look at psoriasis as like I don't want to just soothe the irritation on the skin. It's quite painful too,
Yeah.
especially if it gets into your bones. So I'm just trying to manage as best I can, and I don't want to be on steroids for the rest of my life.
Right.
I don't want to take the injections that further compromise my immune system. So for me, it's just a natural alternative. And if I have to apply it 5 times a day, then that's 5 less times that I have to put steroids on my skin, and that's 5 less times that I have to worry about trying to get an injection or something like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just so much better. It has so many uses. Like, it's beneficial in so many ways. It doesn't necessarily get you high. Like,
No, yeah, and that's
like, there's even if smokers wanted to smoke something, they could still smoke that Charlotte's Web, and
yeah, that's pure CBD, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I think there's 1% THC in it. So
yeah, but that's not going to do anything to
really,
you.
it's just to help out the CBD a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the other thing we like talking about and discussing here is the very many uses, not just with topicals and everything like that, like the hemp uses as well.
Yeah.
Wanted to talk to you, and if you use such products
Cereal.
like cereals, like hemp cereals, like
Have you tried the weed drinks?
Yeah, the drink.
Yeah, I have the hemp drinks. I also have some hemp granola, and it has the hemp seeds in it, and mixed with all natural oats and things like that, right? I also have some hemp powder, and those are for the smoothies and stuff like that. So I do try to use what I can and not eat as many inflammatory products, just again, for my skin.
Right.
And it's doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the cannabis infused like THC drinks or whatever, like juice or pop or.
Yeah, I haven't tried any of those. Again, I'm relatively new to this. Well, what's that?
We got to send Anti-Muffin this. So from Choice Edibles, we have delicious hot chocolate.
This one's salted caramel.
Salted caramel hot chocolate.
Yeah, this one's just CBD.
That one's just CBD. We have one that's a 1-to-1 too, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they go fantastically, actually, because it's a powder mix with 2-row coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have a container of 2-row coffee.
Awesome.
There it is. Whoop,
Don't even get me started.
Whoop, there it is. But yeah, I had one of them packages 2 weeks ago, or when we first got it, basically.
Yeah.
And OMG, Anti-Muffin, this stuff is bomb.
Is it? Well, I'm gonna have to try it out then. You guys have talked you guys have a lot of good ideas and things like that. I'm wondering if we should make like some sort of weed tryst, like instead of Pinterest, weed tryst.
We should. I agree full-heartedly with you.
That's right. And I could do all the designs and stuff.
You copyrighted it. That's your baby now.
That's right. Toss some gummies at you. You're right at it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like she's starting to slow down. Feed her more gummies.
Give her more.
It's like, don't stop.
Yeah.
That's right. Would the coffee counteract like the sativa benefits?
It doesn't counteract, it complements it.
The complement.
Oh, does it?
It does.
The sativa benefits, yeah. If you're trying to take the 1-to-1, for instance, with the coffee, it might.
Yeah, okay.
But the sativa ones, whoo, yeah.
Yeah, it totally complements it.
Like 100%.
With a nice picture.
Right?
It's like upgrading your coffee.
Yeah, so I'm actually drinking 2-row coffee right now. Very delicious.
What about the infused water? Somebody told me that there's some things about some infused, like clear liquids and things like that. What do you guys know about that?
We have the juice packets. We pour that into water.
Choice Edibles has very delicious juice packages that they sent us. We had a blue raspberry and a fruit punch one that we put into a water thing. Yeah.
There's CBD gummies too.
What is this called?
A water container.
It's a thing.
A water jug.
This is the international sign for water container.
Exactly.
We should make signs and put them by all the water stations.
Yeah.
With the whatever Choice Edible color that,
Absolutely. Shout out Choice Edibles.
That's
we absolutely love all of your products.
And they have these. They have chocolate bars too.
Yes.
Oh, nice. You know what? I think I will make a visit. I think that I need to pop down. It's, you know what? It's not long of a drive if I get to visit with some friends too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't mind coming down to Tyandanega at all. I like the body of water that's there is just, I don't know. There's just something pretty about it,
We
right?
should have an episode of Bud Talk High by the Bay.
Yeah, and
Oh.
spirit season's coming up soon.
Yeah,
Well, it's here.
it's here. Well,
Spirit season basically here.
pretty much like a couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Well, I'll have to make it down there. I don't mind being a guinea pig for any of Choice Edibles treats. Auntie Muffin will take one for the team.
There we go. We actually are probably going to use some of Choice Edibles products that they gave us. We have a red pepper jelly.
Yeah.
That's fan
Oh, it's
freaking
so good.
tastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's yeah.
So
It's,
Yeah.
I know I seem blown away, but you have to remember, I've just kind of like from when I was a nurse. Yeah,
that blows me away too, man.
we did try to, you know, encourage. I personally tried to encourage people to do things, you know, naturally before they started to, you know, engage in polypharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just happy because there's so many, sounds like there's so many more things on the market from when, you know, I was trying to help push it, you know, within the medical system,
Yeah.
even like 5-6 years ago, right?
Yeah. It's becoming more accessible, putting into more things so more people can have it. Just try to take that taboo away from it.
But then that's it.
like-
That's the biggest thing
Yeah.
is the taboo is being
It's
really taken away from it now.
right, it's a plant. Look, you can use it to do whatever. You know, like you can use it to cook. You can use it to clean.
Yeah,
Like,
like we're
you can-
saying, you're not just having to smoke it anymore.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So taking it away.
And I think that's important, just as a healthcare advocate in general, saying,
Yeah.
okay, you know, if we can help people have, you know,
A
less
better
chance
life.
of dependency,
Mhm.
less chance of them, you know, having poor outcomes from the side effects of those
Right.
pharmacological interventions,
Mhm.
but also, you know, just to give them a little bit more control over the dose that they take as well,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
That's what we push to is like control your dosage.
Yep.
Like make sure,
Yeah.
you know.
And education. If you don't know what's out there, you don't know what the risks and benefits are. So
Yeah.
for me, you know, anytime I hear a little something that has just a wee bit of sugar in it, I'm like, oh, hello,
Right?
I have one, right? So
Yeah.
it's these things have to be in other like non-sugary
Yeah.
products as well, right?
Oh yeah, like there's all like I'm all about the like the sugary edibles and stuff like that. But as soon as I saw that trail mix, there's infused trail mix.
Yep.
I was all over that.
Oh, wow. And that would be really good for people like who do have medical conditions that they can't, right?
And
That's
then
good.
there's other stuff. We have the maple syrup,
Maple
infused
butter.
maple butter.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I know you had brown sugar the last time I was up there.
yeah, it was sugar. That's
Mhm.
pretty.
Yeah.
That's good too.
Like I you know, I was buzzing around and taking pictures and doing all that stuff, but I just, in my head, I was picturing me just like opening the sugar container. Get away from that, get away from that stand because Andrew's going to get pissed off at you.
Really? Sleeping for the next 2 days.
Legit. But yeah, so Auntie Muffin, we are so happy that you were able to join us today here on
Yeah.
especially hearing from a person who has been in the medical field, their perspective on it and their views. It's you have no idea that sort of information here is just aces.
The information we've been gathering from people literally all over the world has been just, you know,
Yeah,
amazing.
amazing.
It's-
Yeah.
Good, good.
great.
And I think it's all about just, again, not fearing,
Yeah.
just going ahead and getting the best possible information and then making the decision based on that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So
So-
and that's what I did.
That's right. Well, it was excellent. It was a good session.
It was a great session. So yeah, make sure you follow Two Row Coffee Co. at www.tworowcoffeeco.ca. Also, follow and subscribe to YouTube to Mohawk Bud Talk for your chance to be entered into our 100th giveaway. So
Go ahead. Yeah, you can follow Two Row Coffee Company on Instagram and Twitter at Two Row Coffee Co. Follow us on Instagram at Mohawk Bud Talk. And the next time we go live, we're going to be giving away another 2 grams of hash and some choice edibles, packaged gummies, and a lollipop. Maybe one of these pre-rolls too.
Mm-hmm.
We're feeling like it.
If we're feeling,
whatever. Well, we go live whenever we feel like it, and then we pick the winner at the end of the video. So if you like and share it, then you might win something.
You might win something. So always like and share.
Like and share the Facebook page because Facebook won't let us.
Yep.
All right. So
Slice.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you.